Well, Josh, 2021 and something bad happened to me already.
Ain't that the way?
This was supposed to be the good year.
All capital, the good year,
The
TM.
good year. Underline. Are you ready for this?
I don't know if I am. I don't know if I can emotionally take this.
All right. So I have one rule in this wild and crazy life of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, if the radio says their phone number, you have to call.
Okay.
Doesn't matter if you know what it's for.
Okay.
Like if it's a contest, you got to enter. You have to put yourself out there. So yesterday, I was passengering in the car while David drove, and the radio folk was like, hey, call this number. So I dial this number. He picks up immediately. He says, how do you describe 2020 in one word? And I was like, oh, easy. And I said something like buck wild, just like fun. I know better than to swear. I'm a consummate professional.
Sure.
He says, awesome. Then he says, I'm going to send you a bag of Skittles. I don't know why. And I laughed. And then he was like, awesome. Have a good day. And I was like, thank you. You too. It plays on the radio. And Josh, I am looking at you in the Zoom eye right now. I am telling you, they edited it. So it was a completely different thing that happened.
What happened?
So they edited it. So it just said, I said, buck, and then bleeped out. I didn't swear.
Mm-hmm.
And then he recorded himself making a joke that he did not make. He made a joke like taste the rainbow or something. He did not make it on the phone. Then they edited in my laughing. So it sounded like I was responding to his joke, which is, first off, a sin. Second off, I'm going to go back and re-edit all of these podcast episodes.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is a thing we can do.
Just take you laughing, clip it in constantly.
Look, we are professionals here. We take our craft very seriously. And the problem is when another person in an audio medium pulls this kind of bullshit, it brings us all down. Yeah, exactly.
Bad. Yep.
It makes us all look bad. Oh, man.
It just really was like pulling the veil back, peeking behind the curtain. And you can't believe anything you hear these days. I would not have laughed that hard at him saying, taste the rainbow.
That is arguably, if you were to just say to someone out of nowhere, taste the rainbow, that feels aggressive and probably like an HR violation.
I feel like I probably would have said beep off and then hung up.
Yeah, and then they would have bleeped the off, not the thing that you swore.
Right part. Yeah, isn't that a scandal? 2021 ruined.
Welcome to Being Earnest, a very sincere podcast. I'm Josh.
I'm beep Paula.
And we're here to bring you the sincere and earnest topics of this, the year of our Lord, 2021.
Happy 2021st birthday, Jesus.
What's our topic this week, Paula?
Our topic this week is eggs.
Eggs.
So, excellent.
Oh, God.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is that the easiest word to pun with?
Yeah. Excellent extravaganza.
Extravagant. Exceptional.
Oh, God. There's too many.
Yep. My egg's wife.
Josh, are you an egg guy?
I wasn't an egg guy, and now I'm an egg man. Goo-goo-gachoo. I used to not really eat that many eggs. Eggs were kind of like a specifically Passover food for me because I'd have cereal in the morning and cereal it's not kosher for Passover because it's got flour and grain and things like that. So I would only get like scrambled eggs.
You were getting the fancy kind of cereal with the flour and the grain.
No,
you're better than all of us who are just putting powdered sugar in milk.
Anyway, I couldn't have cereal in the morning or a bagel or something like that. And so we'd have, for some reason, I always associated scrambled eggs with Passover because it was a breakfast food we could have. And they were fine. Like scrambled eggs are fine. And then in college, started getting at the omelet station. So started treating myself to an omelet every once in a while. But that was always kind of meh. But recently, my kind of quarantine COVID go-to has been on weekends. I make myself an egg sandwich. So I'll fry an egg and put like salami and a slice of cheese and toasted pretzel bun. Like,
You were going all out.
yeah. So like they've become a much larger part of my life is the short version of that. And I like eggs.
And Eggtopia of life. I don't know.
It's okay. We can keep working on it.
Keep working. We'll keep.
How about you, Paula? How do you feel about eggs?
No, I don't like them. I think they're bad.
All versions?
Okay. To me, the only acceptable egg, and Josh, you've been with me at diners, you know this. I need that thing cooked. So it is essentially a fried flat surface. Like over extra hard. So I want it practically burnt. Then I want to cover it in hot pepper or hot sauce. Then I want to cover that in the Kirkland Costco brand version of everything bagel seasoning. And then that is the only way I'll eat the egg. But
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No. I was going to say, but I mean, full disclosure, we're talking eggs this week in a little bout of cross promotion.
Yeah.
Because my goal in 2021 is I really want to make myself like hard-boiled eggs. I am gagging at the idea of eating a hard-boiled egg.
And you're doing this over at Paula Eats Lean Cuisines?
Yes. So we're going live and I'm eating a hard-boiled egg version every day with a different person on live until I feel like stopping. So probably by the time this episode comes out. But I tried yesterday. To me, that is the grossest food. Do you like a hard-boiled egg?
I do like a hard-boiled egg.
Ugh.
I like a soft-boiled egg.
Ugh.
I feel like I'm doing the equivalent of like, in Lizzo's Boys.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I like pretty boys. I like city boys. Like just every version of eggs that I like.
I like over easy. I like soft boiled.
Yeah, I like a hard boiled. I like a soft boiled. I like an over easy. I like an over medium. I like a scramble. When it's random.
God, a scramble.
So here's the thing is that like what you described is essentially like frying up your own plate for you. Mm-hmm. That you've like created a plate where you can put your condiments on and then you eat condiments and the plate as a novelty item. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm a big fan of a runny egg. I don't know that this actually exists. My brother once said it was playing Calvin ball to order this, but I kind of like an over medium egg.
Oh yeah, I can. Over medium egg is like my only socially acceptable answer.
Got it.
Like, that's the thing I'll suffer through if I'm in mixed company.
But I like a soft boiled egg a lot. Where like like in a ramen where you've got it and then you just kind of like tap it and it goes in. It's great.
I am telling you, I think the grossest part of an egg is the smell, and then I think the second grossest part of the egg is the yolk.
Really?
Oh my God. Oh! I don't.
It's just so rich.
Oh, how is that a food?
It's been a food for millennia, Paula.
The reason I really want to like a hard-boiled egg, though, is I think that is like the most glamorous, healthy person food imaginable. It's to be like, sorry, me and my hard-boiled egg, I guess I just like eat this for breakfast.
Got it. Or to be like, oh, I guess I will have some hard-boiled egg on my salad. I do need some more protein.
Yeah, I guess I just like want a little protein. Sometimes I just boil up some eggs. Can I tell you a true story?
Sure, please.
So what if I was like, can I tell you a complete bold-faced lie? So one time, true story, I was on the megabus from Chicago to St. Louis. Mm-hmm. And of course, as megabuses do, it caught on fire.
Yep.
And we had to stop. But until then, this guy was sitting maybe 2 rows ahead of me and was sucking down hard-boiled eggs. He brought out a Ziploc bag that I swear to you had 12 in. It was like the pink dinosaur from Mario, just like sucking them down. And then when we stop for 2 hours while the bus situation is fixed, he buys more eggs. Can you believe that?
That feels like, so a couple thoughts on this. One, that feels like the kind of thing that an alien would do, like, where they're like, they'd be given.
They like the egg.
Yeah, or like a lizard that has been turned into a person and doesn't know what to do.
Yes, they just want to keep their hands busy.
Yes, exactly. I will say, because this is what I was going to bring up. Is this other piece is that a hard-boiled egg is kind of one of those things where it's on the one hand kind of glamorous and kind of healthy and this like staple of health, right?
Yeah.
But when you get more than, I would say, 3 of them at once, it's the grossest thing in the universe. My friend Adam,
Yeah.
when he was studying for his first semester of law school final exams, apparently brought just a Tupperware of hard-boiled eggs into the library and just studied and just ate a bunch of hard-boiled eggs like a monster, like a
Oh my
machine.
God. The worst part of hard boiled eggs, being around someone eating hard boiled eggs, is the smell.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So if this is lingering, if it is multiple eggs again and again.
Yeah, and that feels very specific to hard-boiled eggs. Like other eggs don't have that egg smell,
all
but the
do.
hard-boiled eggs have that hard-boiled egg smell.
The rest of the eggs are just trying to cover it up.
But
Now,
these are the hard-boiled ones that you can't get off the force.
now, Josh, my question for you is, where is the line between like why is there a line between like we can eat chicken eggs, but most other eggs can't eat? Can't be like, can I fry you up some lizard eggs?
Mm,
You know?
yeah.
And
Well,
would
I'm
you eat
sure.
a lizard egg?
Good question.
No.
Caveating this in all of the ways in terms of like this is what American Western culture sees of this, blah blah blah. I'm sure there are other lots of kinds of eggs where people may eat lizard eggs. My hope would be is that some just amazing prehistoric society were like, all right, it's time to do the big egg challenge. And they took one egg of every type and they just kind of went through and kept a list. And
Oh.
the Babylonians were just like, okay, good. All right. Chicken egg. Great. Ostrich egg. Weird, but really big, pretty good, kind of hard to get. Ostriches kick a lot. And then they were like, lizard egg. Kind of gross, kind of slimy. And so they put in the work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, they did like occasionally you'll find a blog that does like best burger in Chicago or whatever.
Yeah, they're like the wire cutter or eater.
Yeah.
But it was all like chiseled into plates.
Yeah.
Or like stone or whatever.
Now, the thing is, chickens are dumb as hell. Right?
Yeah,
Like
for
that's
sure
the whole
dumb.
thing. Chickens are really dumb. So they're pretty easy for us to manipulate into people having backyard chicken. Like a chicken's not going to fight us.
Yeah, sure.
Thank God we didn't land on ostriches.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if people had like backyard ostrich pens? Those things are mean.
Yeah, I know that there are ostrich farms, but yeah, like it's not like here in Chicago where someone will just have a chicken coop in the back of their Rogers Park apartment house.
Yeah.
It's like we have an ostrich pen.
I think if ostriches had been the egg that they decided on, I think the world population would be half what it is, because I think people would have been killed off long ago.
And maybe we would have been for the better.
Maybe for the better. Because I went to an ostrich farm once, and
oh wow,
absolutely so aggressive, so mean. To feed them, they give you a dustpan on a big stick and you have to ease it into the pen. And if you get your hand too close, they try to peck off your hand. Those things are mean.
I mean, I'd be angry too if I was that big and couldn't fly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like they're constantly being mocked by all the other birds that can fly.
Oh, pigeons just circling their head.
Yeah. No, I'm not sure this is funny, but it is something I just thought of.
That's the new name of the podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is funny, but it is a thing, right?
It definitely is a thing.
Yeah.
So it seems like there's a discrepancy between whether we eat bird or eat egg.
Go on.
So for example, eat chicken and eat chicken egg. We do both of those things, and they're both pretty normal.
Absolutely.
Duck.
Not
you
for
can
me.
you can eat duck and you can eat duck eggs, and both of them are a little bit of a delicacy.
Not
It
for me.
tracks again, same thing.
Opposite delicacy for me is those chocolate Pop-Tarts.
Okay. Okay. And then I'm sorry, you're making me think of there are fancy restaurants that make homemade Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
And it's like everything can be fancy if you want it to be.
It's ours now.
Yeah. But turkeys We eat turkey pretty regularly on major occasions. We've never. Have you even heard of buying a turkey egg?
Well, Josh, I'm actually glad you brought this up because I pulled up our friend the internet.
Okay.
Because you're right. You're right. Why do we not eat them?
Yeah.
Well,
What does the internet say? What does she tell us?
I got you a freaking answer.
Okay.
Number 1, turkeys take up more space. Number 2, they don't lay eggs as often. Number 3, they have to be raised for quite a bit longer before they begin to lay eggs. So therefore, housing and feed-related expenses would be considerably higher. They also are completely edible, similar consistency. You know, it's just pretty much like, okay.
It's just big chicken has forced that.
It does say they're creamy, kind of like a duck egg. And like they're speckled like a quail egg, but it just kind of seems like the whole point of it is like, it just seems like a lot of work for something we already have. Does that make you happy?
No, I really want a turkey egg. I want to eat a turkey egg. I want to pay a premium for the inconvenience to eat a turkey egg.
I will go on Craigslist right now and I will put a post. We'll pay premium price for turkey egg.
Craigslist, the number one purveyor of eggs.
How tall are you? 5'9", I guess.
Yep, brown hair.
Okay, 5'9" boy, brown hair, glasses, former a cappella singer, would pay premium price for turkey egg. Serious inquiries only. Then a clip of me singing a beautiful song. No,
because it's very confusing. Because why would you be singing?
Yeah. Because it's just kind of the whole aura of the turkey egg.
Got it. Yeah.
You know, legends aren't born, they're made.
Yeah, it's very true. When you were reading that, I eventually realized that you were talking about it would just be inconvenient because they take up too much time. Because these turkeys, every turkey is a unit. Every single one of them, regardless of sex, they're all units.
They're huge. Yeah. I thought you meant that they're a new measurement unit. Like we know 4 turkeys long.
Yeah.
7 turkeys wide.
I just meant that they were diesel. And I thought that the reason why I thought the article you were reading was not why we don't see turkey eggs more often, but in fact, why a turkey can't lay an egg. It's like they're too big. Too big.
Too big, too dumb.
Yeah.
Now, Josh, can I pivot for a second?
Of course.
The other name of our podcast.
Yeah.
Can I pivot? What dinosaur do you think's eggs would be best in an Denver omelet?
Ooh.
Denver omelet, we're talking, what is that? Ham and onions?
Yeah, I think it's ham, onions, green peppers, maybe. In it too. It's got a little bit of Southwest feel to it, just like how Denver only has a little bit of Southwest feel to it, but they really, boy, howdy, did they try for it.
Boy, do they try.
Ham,
onion, pepper, yeah. Now, there might be a different dinosaur for like a fried egg or
this is exactly the line of reasoning that I was following. And what I'm thinking about is that in this particular case, you probably want more of an herbivore just because you want to complement that ham.
Yeah, the smokiness of the ham.
Yeah, you want something that's cut through that but be a little bit of sharp. So like something that's eating a lot of arugula. Something where you can get those kind of bitter microgreens kind of taste to it. So maybe
a Bronchiosaurus, like a long.
Yeah, like a little foot.
Yeah. We're very good at dinosaur names. Big long neck. Now, I think if you're doing an avocado toast, I love an avocado toast. Put an egg on top of that. That is the acceptable way to eat an egg. Fry that sucker till it looks like a piece of cardboard.
Until it's toast again?
Yeah. Then it's a sandwich. I think that's going to be a T-Rex. You want something that has like an aggressive texture.
Interesting. See, what I think the best part of that is that it's going to be too big as an egg too, though, is the thing. I think that I think we are both right and we're both wrong in that, I just want something you would like a T-Rex egg or a Littlefoot egg. That's like how many, one of those is going to make a whole family an omelet.
I think that we can, I was going to say we have no way of knowing the size of dinosaurs, but that's absolutely not true. You can make an egg and then I think you're just thinking very narrow-mindedly about how we're going to eat eggs in this situation because you could slice it.
I mean, you can slice it if you cook the yolk in a bad way, but if you wanted that thing to be runny, we're talking about Dinosaur Mountain here.
I said it's an omelet.
Sure. Okay, that one's an omelet. Yes. Yeah, but on avocado
But I got
toast.
that. Now let me ask you an important follow-up question.
Yes.
And obviously there comes a time in everyone's life where they discuss this.
Mhm.
Let's say you were in Jurassic Park. Now the concept of Jurassic Park is those are real dinosaurs that they've bred.
Yeah, as close to real as possible using chicken DNA.
Sure. How much money would you spend on breakfast at Jurassic Park made of dinosaur eggs? How much money would you spend to say that you've eaten dinosaur egg before you were like, that's too much money?
So I have to preface my answer with I saw Jurassic Park for the first time this year.
Me too.
Wow, look at us.
The old one.
Yeah, the original. The original. Yeah. I watched it when I think I watched it when I had COVID and just watched because it's on Netflix. Check it out. What I will say,
I'll tell you this. Jeff Goldblum, he's in it.
he is in it. Sam Neill also in it. Laura Dern in it.
She's so beautiful.
So the reaction I had at the very end of the movie where they're showing all the unsold merch from Jurassic Park, my reaction was, I know that the whole point of this movie was the hubris of capitalism and all these various things, but I would pay any price to get some of that merch. Like some of those shirts look so sweet. The backpack.
So cool.
So choice.
Cool.
And so
go on.
And so I think if they were like, this is a dinosaur egg omelet, or like we made a dinosaur egg Benedict.
Yeah.
I'd pay $35 for that.
What if it's 50?
How far have I've flown to a remote island already at this point, right?
I'm telling you, that is the biggest marketing pain with the Jurassic Park. You're making people fly to an island to see some dinosaurs where the whole thing they do is drive through in a cart once. That's ridiculous. People don't even do that for Disney World.
You can't even get a fast pass
in the area.
Yeah.
A 10-minute ride.
Ooh, where you might get eaten.
All right, here you go. Here's the price. You open the menu. Everything on it, regular price. Toast. Also, it is just you. Okay? Me and you go to Jurassic Park Island. I slept in. I missed it. All that way. So you are on your own for breakfast. You open up the menu. There is
Sorry, important question. Is it just us because we've booked this privately, or is it just us because we're the only two people stupid enough to go to Jurassic Park after there's been a dinosaur attack?
I think it's kind of like how the world is going to be taking cruises post-COVID. Like people
Got it. We just wanted to do something big. Yeah.
So I slept in. So what I'm saying is there's no option. I'm still going to make it to the dinosaurs. But what I'm saying is there's no options for you to share any of this.
Okay, got it.
You sit down at breakfast. This is the one meal you are eating on Jurassic Park Island.
Okay.
You open up the menu. It's overpriced, but in a way that those things just tend to be overpriced at tourist attractions.
Or just like any hotel. Yes. Any hotel, the breakfast is like $20 for no good reason.
Yeah, it's like a cup of yogurt is going to be like $8.50.
Right.
So you're looking at the prices. Cup of yogurt, $8.50. Regular, what do they call it? A lumberjack breakfast with like 2 eggs, the toast, regular bacon, regular eggs. We're talking $15.50. Not unreasonable, but a little high.
But definitely inflated.
Yes, absolutely. But then you see a dinosaur egg Denver omelet. It is $75.80. This is your only meal on the island, but also keep in mind expenses because we had to fly there. We have to stay in Jurassic Park. Do you buy it?
I do, but with one caveat.
Yeah.
I would talk to the server and be like, is it worth it? I would have that conversation.
Well, they know their tip weighs on it,
Oh, yeah, well, totally. And we both know that, but it's about me having the interaction with the server to be able to just be to justify it. It's that I'm going to do it anyway, but I just needed to have that human interaction so that they know I thought about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which the better move is just to be confident and be like, I don't even need to look at the menu. Give me the dinosaur Denver omelet. But I don't know. Something about it would be like, is it real dinosaur? Is it really from a dinosaur? Is it from a dinosaur or is it just from something named Denver?
I really think the creators of Jurassic Park really overestimated how much we appreciate nature for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because like if you told me, oh, you can go to this park and you can see some dinosaurs, I'd be like, that is pretty wild. I'm going to Google that later. But if you told me, hey, you two can fly to this park, you can see dinosaurs, but more importantly, the dinosaurs aren't up to snuff. They cut them in the kitchen and you can eat those suckers. You can eat their eggs, you can eat their meat. I would go, holy crap, we're eating dinosaur, and I would book our flights. It's a better story.
Ugh.
Right?
Yeah, it is. And also, I don't think PETA can be mad about that. You know what I mean? Because we created them in the first place. It's like,
if anything, it's just like lab-grown meat.
Yeah, exactly. This is the equivalent of the Beyond Burger, but this Beyond Burger is 70 feet tall.
So far beyond burger.
Yeah.
I think I would make a huge deal. I would bring us down there. I'd be like, we're eating dinosaur. I would take one bite. This, because you know, if the omelet is $75, the steak is going to be $3.15.
Yeah.
We sit down, we share the steak. I take one bite. I go, I don't like it.
Yeah.
This is bad.
So in pop culture, there's lots of pranks that go on with, like egging a house or TPing a house, things like that. Is that ever, have you ever in real life actually experienced any of that or done it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. TPing was really big during homecoming at my high school, but it was like a badge of honor if you got TP'd. It was not considered bad.
Ah, gotcha.
Like the cool kids got TP'd. And I don't want to brag, but senior year I did get TP'd.
Wow.
Kind of a big moment. And I remember being like, oh my gosh. But then somebody forked the yard of our algebra teacher, which is when you stick plastic forks sticking up all over their yard.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't come to school for 4 days.
Do you think she tripped?
I think she was like, I'm going to wring their little necks.
I'm imagining her being like, all right, stay 3. You got this, Janice. You can do this. And then steps outside and just closes the door immediately. It's like, God damn it, I can't do this.
Have you ever been, I will not confirm or deny if I've ever been doing it myself, though. Have you?
No, never. Yeah. Never. But I was also lame and not popular and continue to be.
I was not popular. Now, my favorite thing about TPing or egging someone's house or something is like in high school, it's so like goofy, right? Like it's like, oh, high schoolers are TPing each other's house. High schoolers are egging. Well, my dad would kill someone if they egged our house, but like TPing, all that. Can you imagine doing it as an adult? Can you imagine being like, I am so mad at my boss. Drive me to his house so I can throw toilet paper in his tree.
Yeah, it's a felony. It's just a straight up felony. It's a weird thing that we do where we're like, oh, kids. It's like, no, that's a felony.
It just would be so like when you're in high school and you go to school and you're like, oh man, we're gonna TP Mr. Carlson later, like whatever. That is such a huge jump between like an adult doing that to another adult.
Yeah, imagine coming into your office. Remember offices? And your desk was there was just someone threw a bunch of eggs on your desk and then covered it in toilet paper. And you come in and you're like, why is my cubicle covered in not just toilet paper, it's also eggs.
I guess this is the equivalent to Jim from The Office.
Yeah, which is ultimately, and I'm sorry that people need to hear this, but that show is really wonderful and Jim is a bully.
Jim is such a bully. He's so overrated. The hot one on the series is Andy.
I don't know how to react to that because on the one hand, maybe, and on the other hand, people are like, oh, you did a cappella like Andy on The Office? And so like, I don't know. It's kind of a compliment in a backhanded way.
Kind of a backhanded compliment.
I just think it's such a hard line to do a good prank because it just gets mean so fast. It's like, it's hard. It just takes so much planning, maybe is what it is, to do something that is truly funny, but also like has that little bit of fear in it, but also no one knows that they're actually going to get injured. And also that you're not actually destroying someone's entire psyche or doing something that HR will get mad at you later.
Yes, it has to be the perfect type of person too. It has to be a person who you know will take it as a joke, as a compliment even.
Yes.
As a, you love me so much that you have chosen to prank me.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, it's not always who you think. Somebody pranked me, I would go, ah, ha, ha, ha. Then I would turn, I would lock myself in the bathroom, I would cry for 3 days.
Well, that was what I was gonna say, is like also a fellow prankster, in the same way that like you can't, that sometimes people who are really biting or funny or like willing to be self-deprecating doesn't mean that they want to hear it from someone else. So like someone who does a lot of pranks or like otherwise seems like the right kind of person, you really got to know them, because otherwise you just end up, even if they're fun, it doesn't mean that they like getting pranked.
This is a nice lesson.
Yes.
Hey, before you prank.
I got too earnest. I went into the earnest.
You went into the earnest void. Now the only way out is keep being earnest. Josh, keep saying earnest things. Come on, the only way out is through.
Sometimes I at the end of the day, I know I need to get more vitamin C, and so I buy those little cutie clementines, and I try to, whenever I unwrap them, I try to do it all in one unwrapping so that it's all in one piece.
That is very earnest. One more.
Sometimes you just gotta marvel in awe at the workmanship of an item, like a desk or a chair, or a building. Sometimes I'm just really impressed with what we humans can do with our hands.
Wow. You made it through, bud. You're back out into comedy land.
Oh, that was horrible.
Oh, God.
And if you do a bad prank, it turns out you have egg on your face.
Hey, there
you
go.
Is that a good joke? Am I back? I'm back, baby.
I'm proud of you. Folks, we are so tired of receiving the constant messages, the constant emails, the constant text to our phone. You have found our phone numbers begging and pleading for us to play this next game live on air. I mean, we get it.
Yeah. So we're going to be playing a game called Breed of Chicken or Fancy Wine.
Now, you cannot, no one can get enough of this game. It's the next no wrong answers.
All right, Paula, are you ready?
I was born ready.
All right. The first one is Gournay.
Gournay makes me think of gourmet, which makes me think that you're trying to trick me that it's a wine. So I'm going to say it's a type of chicken.
It is a type of chicken.
Yes!
Le Poule de Gournay, or the Gournay chicken, is from the Upper Normandy region of France. It has ancient ancestry that may date back to the age of Vikings.
It's only Le Poule de Gournay if it's from the Gournay region.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Otherwise, it's just a sparkling chicken.
It's just a spotted hen. All right. The next one is Gamay.
Okay, well, that sounds a lot like Gournay. And also, you said it with a little hesitation, so that makes me think it's a wine.
All right, well, you're metagaming, but yes, it is a wine because I pulled it off the dome. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Here's another one. Isbar.
That's a chicken.
It is a chicken.
Oh, because it's a beautiful name for a chicken.
Mm-hmm.
This is my chicken Isbar. This is my chicken Isbar. If people are listening to this and they're loving this game, they're living for this game, there is a documentary that our buddy Steph Weber told me about on Amazon called Chicken People. That is buck wild. You will all love it. It is so earnest, it will make your eyes bleed.
Actually, Paula, I think this is maybe funnier for me to find the funniest names of chickens. Just because I think it's...
Switch it up. We're changing it. It's now the game that's sweeping the nation called Josh Reed's Chicken Type.
Well, there's a lot of fancy chicken types and things like like Isbar or Araucana, things like that. That one's from Chile. But I just want to talk about some of the ones where it feels like they gave up when they named them.
This was the ninth child.
Yeah, so the first one I want to talk about is cream leg bar.
Ew.
It was developed in Britain in the 1930s. I like this one, the Easter egger.
That is someone who gave up.
Completely.
Might as well name that chicken big old chicken thing.
Yeah, waddle egg layer.
Oh yeah, this one is Mr. Feathers on head.
Now I do like this one called Cinnamon Queen.
Oh, that's cute.
Cinnamon Queen is a modern day production breed that lays brown eggs. They are a cross between a Rhode Island red rooster and a Rhode Island white hen. Now, I don't know why they wouldn't call it a Rhode Island pink, but I guess it's Cinnamon
Rhode
Queen.
Island rosé.
Oh, yes, exactly. Yes. Oh. Also, a lot of these are named after like Andalusian or whatever they are, like the region. And like it's a thing from that region. This one's just called a Basque chicken.
Chicago chicken.
But then also this one's just called New Hampshire.
The Chicago chicken's just eating a tiny little Italian beef.
Yeah. Well, I don't like that image at all.
It's wearing a little Bears starter jacket.
It's got a mustache. Yeah. But I don't know that I like the idea of chickens being meat eaters. That really scares me.
I hate to tell you, but a lot of animals eat meat. Humans.
Now, there is a type of chicken. There's a whole section here called ornamental breeds.
Mm. Those are the beautiful ones. The sexiest. Only the sexiest chickens can be ornamental breeds.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, this is buck wild. Let's just go into this for a second. So the first one of these, Cochin, I'm not sure. So Cochins, along with Brahmas, are responsible for the quote-unquote hen fever that overtook poultry keepers in America and England in 1850. No doubt they're helping fuel the newest obsession with backyard chicken keeping.
Hen fever?
Hen fever.
Wow, what a cool trend.
That is not described at all. They just say
it's
hen
one of those,
fever.
It's one of those hen fevers.
Yeah, a rush on hens.
Can't get enough.
Also, the frizzle. A frizzle in the U.S. is not a breed of chicken, but rather a type of chicken describing curly plumage.
Oh.
Now, that sentence doesn't make sense to me.
Why?
Just what if you're categorizing chickens by breed, why would you list this as a breed? It's breaking my organizational brain.
It's okay, Josh. Whoa, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, everybody stand back. Joshy, it's okay.
I think that's gonna do it for us.
Gonna do it for us.
Thank you, as always, for listening for another week. We so appreciate you listening again and again.
We love you.
Do you have
my resolution is to make you all happy?
Every single one of you.
Every single day.
Do we have any matwa?
We have no matwas. If anybody has any earnest moments, we just keep forgetting to ask. That's on us. But if you have any earnest moments, we would love to hear them. You can send them over to us at @BeingEarnestPod on every form of social media, except for TikTok. We do not know that one.
Though I kind of dipped into TikTok for the first time in this past week. It's great. It's really great. It's really good.
I had to give myself a rule of no TikTok before 10 a.m. and no TikTok after 10 p.m. Because I was like, swipe city.
Yeah, the algorithm is wild.
Yeah.
It's really good suggesting.
Yeah, it's real good.
As always, thank you to Ryan Cruz for our beautiful logo. She's at RB Cruiser on Instagram. And thank you to Dylan Dutch for our theme song. He's at Dylan Dutch on Twitter, or you can find his music under the group Death Love everywhere you find and stream music. And until next week, just remember, there's no price too high to eat a dinosaur egg.
No price. That's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Once in a lifetime. You're on vacation.
Come on, treat yourself.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Why not be